Hi, all guys. Welcome to another time travel trip, this time into the black hole of gaming frustration with one of the strangest, most unbearable and, well, totally forgettable games in the Game Boy library, Dead Heat Scramble. If you like racing cars, well, get ready, because this race will be more like a crash test than a Grand Prix. Okay, Dead Heat Scramble is a racing game, at least theoretically. It's 1990, and Hudson Soft comes out with this stuff. The basic idea is that you drive a car in some kind of 3D pipe, yes, a pipe, like a sewer pipe. It's not a track, it's a damn pipe. Who thought riding in a tube was fun? Seriously, maybe they thought Mario Kart needed less thrills and more seasickness? The game is pretty simple. You have this pseudo-tunnel where your car moves left and right trying to avoid obstacles, but it's not that easy. Oh no. Your car seems to have suspensions made of jelly. It moves as if I had my hands on a remote control with low batteries. And the control? It's like driving a tank on roller skates, without wheels.
Pros, or at least I try. Okay, there's going to be something good, right? Well, to be honest, one thing I can praise is that the concept of a racing game in a 3D tube was quite innovative for its time. The idea of a track in a closed, vertical environment was something new and uncommon in 1990. It gave the game a sort of futuristic arcade feel that could capture your attention, for the first 5 minutes, at least. And then, come on, it's a Game Boy game, so you have to give some credit to the graphics. It's not horrible, in fact by Game Boy standards it has some nice details. The car sprites are recognizable, although not that they were incredibly detailed, but at least they don't make your eyes explode.
Defects. Oh guys, get ready. Now we enter the beating heart of the disaster. First of all, the frame rate. This game runs at such a slow speed that it feels like time stops. Imagine trying to play a racing game where the images jump and snap together, making everything incredibly frustrating. It's like trying to watch a movie in slow motion, but a boring movie that you just want to end. And the sound? If you thought sound effects could save the day, you're completely wrong. Every time the car crashes into something, and believe me, it will happen often, you will hear a sound similar to a robotic dog barking underwater. The music, however, is so repetitive that you will feel like you are in a sound loop from hell. I challenge you to play for more than 10 minutes without turning the volume down. Then there is the design of the tracks, or rather, the tubes. Each level feels like a carbon copy of the previous one, with very little variation. It's about driving in the same tube over and over, avoiding the same obstacles, at pitifully slow speeds, while trying not to throw the console against the wall. Someone must have decided that, the more frustrating the better, because this game seems designed to drive you crazy. When you get to more advanced levels, not only are there more obstacles, but they move at crazy speeds, while you're stuck in the mud. And let's not forget the infamous collision problem. Do you hit something? Well, maybe. Sometimes you feel like you narrowly avoided an obstacle, but the game decides that no, you lost, and sends you crashing. And other times you hit an object in front of you and nothing happens. It's a mystery that not even Sherlock Holmes could explain.
Dead Heat Scramble is a perfect example of how not to make a racing game. It's slow, repetitive, poorly designed, and frustrating. If you're looking for a game that makes you appreciate how much racing games have improved, well, this is definitely a great place to start. It's an experience that is quickly forgotten, if it weren't for the trauma of having to play it. So yes, guys, if you find a copy of Dead Heat Scramble somewhere, know that there are other Game Boy racing games that deserve your attention much more. I recommend you leave it on the dusty shelf where it came from. And remember, sometimes, old games aren't classics, they're just old. I hope you enjoyed this dive into the Game Boy's forgotten past. Leave a comment if you too have had the displeasure of playing this masterpiece. And as always, if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a nice like. See you next time, guys, and try to avoid the pipes while playing.